Wee, what's going on YouTube? It's Donnie all day, bringing you another Wah Dispatch blade. I'll tell you what, this company has been on fire, man. They started out as this budget company, and they were making like some pretty decent stuff for the money. Now they're making some pretty great stuff for any money. This knife right here is solid as a freaking rock. We're talking about a D2 blade, flat ground. Both my favorites, D2 and flat ground. We got thumb studs. You got ceramic ball bearings. You got the G10 handle. This one's in green and it is nicely textured. You got the reversible pocket clip. You got the lanyard hole, the axis lock. Hello. Let's see. Let's go into, the blade is 3.46 inches long. It's a nice sized pocket knife. I don't know what the, Rockwell is 6062. It's going to hold an edge. So let's see, instead of searching for all the specs, I'm just going to look. All right, we're talking about 4/8. So we're talking about 8 4/8 open. That's a really nice size knife, and it's everything you need in a pocket knife. And I have done a bunch of dispatch blades, not a single failure, not one. They just make really, really good knives. Let's see. Not only do they make them good, but they make them sharp. Razor sharp. Let's see if I can catch it all there. Oh, it's hard sometimes with the light, but it is. You can see it right there. That is razor sharp, shaving hair sharp, which means you can, oh crap, I got a business meeting. You could tone up. So, I don't know, man. You can't really find a fault with a knife company that makes a really good knife using really good materials at a great price. This one, $36.99. $36.99. That's fantastic in any group. Think about it. K-Bar has the Giroux Warrenclyffe and drop point flipper, right? Fantastic. $25, right? So if I pulled out the K-Bar, everybody would say, oh, yeah, K-Bar. Oh, my God, I can't believe K-Bar is that price. But when you get a knife that isn't one of the brands that everybody talks about at those same prices, then they say, oh, it's cheap, blah, blah, blah. Under $50, you can get a K-Bar that's great. Under $50, anything else, it's terrible. This thing is really sweet. Let's just take it outside and cut a few things. All right, so is it sharp? We found out. Is it solid? It definitely is. Is it good looking? Man, that is a beautiful knife. Look at the stone wash there. That is just a really, really good looking knife, and it is built so right. All right, let's make this thing go to work. Oh, I didn't stab it hard enough. There we go. I have to say another thing too. It's really comfortable in the hand. The finger well here and then the kick out here really, really locks it in the hand. It is super, super comfortable. I'm digging that. We're going to start with just some simple push cuts. And clean. Just clean. I mean, that is nice. That is really, really nice. Just when the blade can just dive down into whatever you're cutting, it's important. It's what you need in a blade. Let's take some of this big fat rope here and see how it does against that. This stuff is ridiculous. Let's see how it does against this. I'm going to do a nice slide cut here where you start at the tip and bring it down. Super, super clean. Over and over again. Oh, the tabletop is wobbling. This thing finally cracked in half. It's getting ready to go. Everyone was telling me for so long, dude, you got to screw it down. You got to screw it down. Well, now I'm glad I didn't because I'd have to unscrew it because I need a new top. All right, let's roll this up. This is so frayed. It's hard to cut because it's just so loose, but we'll give it a nice wrap here. And once it, ooh, that tabletop, once that's cut, it is easy to go through. You know, oh, here we go. I've got this little guy right here. I'm going to have to retire this piece of plastic because it is getting to the point of no finger return. Let's see. Look at this. Cutting through plastic as it should. Great edge geometry. Great edge sharpness. Just beautiful. And beautiful too. It's just a beautiful knife. Let's go with the hard one. So we got this thing. This is just ridiculous hard. Ho ho ho! Went at the wrong angle. That was almost a knuckle duster right there. Woo! I told you this is hard, man. This is a hard material. Oh, I'm gonna cut off my finger. I'm gonna cut off my finger. This is the do's and don'ts channel. All right, kids, you watching? All right, let's see if we can't get it started here. Whoa! I am diving down. This edge is so sharp. It's so finely lined up that when I'm going down, it's skating across through the cut. So it's where I'm not controlling the cut and holding the cut. It's just cutting straight through. I mean, I am going really slivery like that, really thin to show off the edge geometry. But man, I go too thin. I'm going to cut my fingers off. I'm going to cut them off. Look at that. Look at that. That is so nice. That is so nice. That was dangerous. If anybody remembers, this is the finger from here to here. Jack Wolf Knives. I caught one and opened it up all the way down to the bone. Had to end the video for an emergency room trip. Good thing I didn't have that today. All right. Here we go. Leather, rubber, mesh. Ooh, and just slicey. Give me something to hold on to there. There we go. There we go. Let's cut some of this stuff up right here. This knife is really comfortable in the hand. This is really comfortable in the hand. Golly. Let's take it and go the long way. See if we're going to get any folding and wobbling. This is so hard to cut like this, especially with rubber and leather. Oh, it's so clean. That is so clean. There we go. Don't even have to hold it. But you can see the cuts are just really nice. This is $35. This is solid. Solid as a rock. There we go. We release the lock. Now you can use your thumb studs to open there. I use the Spidey flick there, and I'll try my thumb here because this one don't work. And then you can just open it with the lock. You can close it with the lock. It will, once that spring hits right here, it doesn't usually just fall closed until you tap it, right? Because that's how these work. You got a spring action. Look how beautiful this is. Right here, it's catching, right? And then boom. That is so nice. The action is really well done on this. All right. Let's see here. Let's get a little feathering done. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Boys and girls, you don't need to feather like this. You see a lot of people do this, and then they'll feather like this. And then when they can't get it, you see them doing this, just trying to catch something. There's no rule that says you have to put the stick down to feather. If you really want some nice feathers, use controlled cuts, just like this. And you're going to get exactly what you need to get. I watch so many people struggle with feathering, and I never understand why. And then you can get some sweet curls by laying the blade flat and just spinning them. And that's what this angle right here will do. It's going like curly cues. And this is another great way to feather. Everybody says, oh, you never cut toward you. Once you get that first one, they're all going to stop right there anyway. That's so nice. That is so nice. I am really digging this. I'm actually looking for other stuff to cut. Let's see. We got some garden hose here. Let's get a rip cut on the garden hose. No hang-ups, no dragging. That's a good sign. Let's see if I could do it while I'm holding it separate. That's beautiful. So we got rubber and nylon. Let's twist that all together, get a nice cut. I love a good knife, man. I really love a good knife. And a good knife, you don't need a price point, a really high price point for a knife to be good. And I think it's with the knife snobs. If it's not $300, you didn't buy a knife. Well, that's all right, because my $30 knife will do the same thing as your $300 knife, and I can guarantee it. I can guarantee it. Oh, yeah. Look at that. It's just dicing it up. This thing is sweet. The one thing I'm noticing is the coating, the way this is done. There is no rub off here. Let's see. That is absolutely beautiful. It looks brand new. That's fantastic. A lot of times you'll see like streaks and things like that, where the blade grinds and it pulls off that. This looks beautiful. It's a really nice knife. I'm telling you, man, Dispatch does some crazy stuff. They take materials that other companies take. Like if this was a D2 steel blade made by Tops, right? This would be $150. Tops is going to use, if they were going to use D2 to make this, what I'm saying, because they're going to use mostly 1095 and stuff like that. But if they were using a D2 steel blade and then they were going to throw G10 on there, which, think about it, steel and G10, this whole from this to this is pretty much what so many of the big name companies do. They use steel. Some of them will use titanium. Some of them use different materials. But steel is a very common, obviously, is a very common metal for grips. G10 is one of the most common materials for grips. Axis locks are crazy common for grips. So if a lot of these companies out there were using the same exact material, and then D2, which is still crazy common, they'd be charging $100 to $150 for the same exact knife, the same put together package. This one says dispatch on it, so it's less. That's literally it. They charge less. But what less are you getting? You're getting the same amount of knife as all these other companies. You know what I mean? It's just crazy how people are such like brand whores or brand snobs that they see a name and they say, even though it's the exact same materials, even though it's a ball bearing and double-sided and G10'd and D2'd and a good hard Rockwell, even though it's all that, it's no good, even though I carry a knife that's exactly the same, but with a different name on it. It's baffling to me. It's baffling that people think that way. But this right here is sweet, man. This here is sweet. If you're looking for a really good, really solid, really well-built knife, something that's going to last with great materials, follow the link below. I'm going to put their Amazon link. Again, I don't get paid for it. They're not saying, okay, if you sell this many, you're going to get this much price. Nope, I don't get anything. I get to test this knife. That's what I got. And this knife is sweet. This is really sweet. So check it out. Follow the link. Give it a look for yourself. If you don't believe me, try one. That's how I found out. I tried one, and I am impressed. With that, I am Donnie B all day. Until next knife.